tonight, stadium? Okay.
Was Jessica in the room? First time I was
That was the first 2 years I did, and that's right.
I know, I can get up at 4 o'clock in the morning because their eyes are so in the road.
Well, I went to shifts that morning. I had
Yeah, that was
something
David.
to do. That was David.
That was short. No, she was pretty
Okay.
long.
Come to judge. This meeting is now called to order. You look at the agenda. We have item B, approve the agenda. Do I hear a motion to approve it?
Motion approved.
Second.
Second by Janice. All in favor, say aye. Thank you, motion carries. Item 2, discussion of scope design of Blanton Collier Stadium remodel.
So, I think we've had some discussions around this and kind of finalizing the ideas, and I know we have, Trice and some young men that, want to share their thoughts on the matter as well, and then, offer an opportunity for discussion about it, and then we can, in new business, is a motion to approve the design.
Okay.
Like I said, the overall, I think in summary, the track layout that we've done, the shape and all that stuff, I think is already determined. I think we're really talking about the decorative features, coloring and logos and things of that nature, so that's how you wanna go about it.
I'm gonna turn it over to our football players. Darian, what do you think? What would you like to see down there?
I'd like the turf colors be orange and black, cause I don't know any fields in the country that's like that, an orange and black field. And for the logo, I'd like the ball cranes. I feel like that's a good way to introduce all the new change coming to Paris, changing the logo to that ball crane.
Okay.
I'm in favor with what Daniel said. I really like the orange field with the black end zones. They get like it stands out more. It shows like it's more. I can't really think. Yeah, it's more unique. And for the logo, I think it should be the popper. We have it on all like a lot of our jerseys and helmets and stuff. I think it will fit it better.
Okay, young man?
And the colored field, we picked school colors like orange and black and yellow, so it's fitting.
Okay.
Yeah, orange and black would be good. It's like,
Speak up so I can hear you, honey.
the orange and black would be good. It's very different from all the other schools, and it stands out just because it's not the traditional green incorporated in the school colors.
Okay. G. Davis?
I'm for whatever the kids want.
Okay. Little Toad Vine?
I feel that our new turf field should be orange and black at the school colors and the paw print in the middle because we have it on helmets, jerseys, the logos all over the school. So I feel like it would fit nicely.
Okay. Young man?
I think orange and black, or orange field with black end zones and orange lettering in the end zones. We're gonna put like Greyhound or Hounds or Harris or whatever, and a white ball print in the middle.
Okay. Coach Rice?
I'm kind of on the same page with G. I think whatever the kids would like is what I would like. I've spoken with them a few times, and the orange field came from, I think Ludlow's design, that really nice red field. It's different than any other thing across the country.
I was looking at that today. It is pretty.
It's beautiful, and whether you're for orange or for the traditional green. 3 years ago, I sat here. We weren't even in talks of doing anything. So I'm kind of on board with whatever we got to do. If it needs to be green, so we can get a field down there, let's make it green. But personally, if we're going to spend $1 million, then let's spend it on something that nobody else has. And I know that, like I said, Puck and I have fact checked this, and we would be the only orange and black turf field across the country. You know, I want to be different. I think everything we've done is different. I think we're going to strive to continue to be different. And, you know, it's not the way it used to be. They don't get excited over things that we used to. Not when I was in school, not when you all were in school. But at the end of the day, I think a safe playing field is number one. And yellow, brown, green, blue doesn't matter. That comes second. I am for the orange field. I'm for what they want. You know, that's kind of where I stand on that. I will say that after the Education Foundation meeting, I had a couple people tell me how nice that rendering looked. You know, so I think whatever you all come up with, I think will be just fine. But I am for what the kids want, and they seem to think of orange and black field, whether it's the school logo we have now, or whether it's a hustling hound in the end zones, is I think it will be just fine.
Okay. Louis, we'll jump over to you.
Well, I spoke to some people in the community about an orange field or a traditional, and the sentiment of the people I talked to said they would rather see a striped green, light green, dark green field, traditional style with either black or orange end zones with orange and white accents around it with whatever logos or anything you want on the field. And the way I feel about it is this. And you guys are gonna be gone in, 5 years, something like that. Most of you coaches, you might be here 2 to 5 years or 10 years, you know. The field we're gonna have to put down there is gonna have to be there for
10 to 15
10 to
years.
15 years. So we gotta think long term, right? Long term, we also gotta think about the community around us. Bright orange field, I think would be cool for a couple of years. But after that, you're gonna look. Is the community gonna like that after a couple of years, coming around there and seeing that? To me, the people I talk to would be like to see it more traditional. But we gotta think long term. We gotta think, what's it gonna wear like? And one of the people that I talked to was like, well, you asked for a certain orange field, right? They've gotta produce that orange field. The company does. If, let's say, the company we chose goes out, the light green, dark green field are more abundant. So that gets produced way more than an orange field does. If we have to repair that, chances are, down the road, it might not be the same color. So that's something that we gotta, repair, we gotta look at. So just think about that. As far as the logos, the paw print, I've seen it, but we've changed that paw print several times, right, over the course of years. And I've heard people like, we're not Clemson, right? So we're the Greyhounds. So we gotta think about that. Incorporate maybe a Greyhound somewhere. So that's what I can say. Go ahead.
Bruce?
Kind of along the same lines as with Louis, the people I've talked to think like a more traditional field will be better in the long run, but the end zones and the logos and stuff be whatever we want it to be. So like if we're gonna be unique, have a hustling hound or have the old-fashioned Greyhound with the P on the 50-yard line, or hustling hound, and then or even put a couple of Greyhounds on like the 20s and 30s and stuff like that. But I think the traditional one will be better in the long run. Just like Louis says, like if something gets damaged and you can't get that same color, then it's going to stand out and stuff like that. So
have we spoke with anybody that says we can't get that color, or is this just putting it out there that we won't be able to get it?
Well, it's just that possibility. I mean, like, I work in the printing business, and so that color orange, it said, we think it's that orange, but what does it take to make that orange to be the same color is kind of what it is.
So if we make the end zone orange, who's to say we'll be able to get that when it messes up?
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
And my second question is, who are we talking to in the community? What people? Because I see somebody that's gonna be here 6 more years, somebody that's gonna be here 6 more years. I don't know how often you all are down there, but I'm down there every day. They're down there every day. So who are we trying to
People I
please?
talk to are taxpayers.
Oh, I'm a taxpayer as well.
I'm talking to taxpayers,
Okay.
right, and alumni and taxpayers. They said, no, I'd rather see a traditional field than a bright orange field. If it was hidden away in a bowl, who would care, right? But you're gonna see it, and the community's gonna see it. So, that's, I mean,
They're
that
gonna
was
see
their
an
scenario.
orange field.
Huh?
They're gonna see an orange field.
Yes. They'd rather see a traditional light green, dark green field.
Well, I mean, I guess that sums it up. If the taxpayers want a traditional green field, let's just do that. I mean, because, I'm not here for them, I'm here for them, and they want an orange field. At the end of the day, like I said, having a field, a safe field to play on is what I want. But they want an orange field.
I
The
understand.
kids behind them want an orange field.
I understand.
When you talk to Little Hounds and they see a picture or a rendering of an orange and black field, the excitement they have, it trumps what the taxpayer wants, to me.
But the taxpayer funds it, right?
Correct.
The taxpayer funds all of this,
Uh-huh.
and the board had to approve this,
Mhm.
right? So we've talked to people, it's just not just bringing it up out of the blue, right? And the thing about it is, you gotta look at long-term for the field. So we make a decision, we gotta live with that for 10 to 15 years. And, the orange field I saw at University of Texas El Paso looks pretty weathered after a few years.
A lot of the fields look weathered. The field up there looks weathered. You know what I'm saying? The field at UK looked weathered, so they put a new one in.
Yeah.
That's why they put a new one in.
But
This isn't forever.
But the people I talked to, and Brad was here when I talked to them, the chances are, the size of our school, we're gonna last a lot longer than people think. And it was not Sprint Field, it was, can't remember, I've got their business card, I don't have it on me right now. But it was, Brad and I talked to him, and he was there for an hour with us talking about it. He said the size of our school, chances are our longevity on the field is gonna be way longer than most bigger schools. So that's what I'm basing mine on, talking to these vendors and like Todd Shadow, when I talked to him about it. And he said, traditionally, you're gonna do better with a traditional color over the long term. Cause, and he was talking about matching colors. 10 years down the road, you got a big rip in it, you gotta replace something of it, and you gotta match that color exactly. Chances are, if they change vendors, it could change the color of it. So,
Well, I'm just gonna throw this out there, I mean, I know it would be hot, but have you ever thought about all black field with orange accents, or is that just totally?
there's schools that have that.
Huh?
There's schools that have black
Right.
fields. But if you pull up that picture that you sent me of, Ludlow, the kids are wearing red and you can't even see them on the field.
And I guess that was my other point, if you have an orange field and the orange uniforms, I don't know.
For as many reasons as we can get an orange field, we can go against it. I'm gonna coach and be successful on whatever color you put down there, I promise you. So if we wanna go green, we'll go green. I just wanted you all to hear what they
And
want.
I appreciate that, I really do.
So I have film from Ludlow, we've exchanged film, it looks great. Whether they're wearing red or black, whatever it may be. Let's just keep moving forward. That's why I'm here. Let's move forward.
I'm personally excited that we're able to give
Yes, ma'am.
you all this field, this new turf field. You all deserved it a long, long time ago, you know? And we want what's best for you all. We do. We want every one of you all to succeed and be proud that one day one of you all will be sitting here and say, yeah, I went to this school, I remember when. I want you to feel like you have a voice.
Well, maybe they could give design options to the student body for the logos and how
Right,
the words
exactly.
are distributed on the field, so then the kids feel like they do have a part in the field. If the field is green, then maybe some different design options for logos and letterings and colors for the end zone can be given to the student body to vote on for them to decide. So they do feel like they have a choice in that part.
Right, so do you know what the cutoff date would be for us to get that back to them to say, okay, now we're gonna have this field for the first home game?
I can find out. I think, you know, as we've talked from the beginning of this process, the longer we delay on
Right.
anything, the
That's where I'm
more
headed.
negative impacts our chances for something happening this fall, so.
The guy that we talked to said it'd take about 8 weeks to create the field.
Yeah, I guess I'm just saying the more we wait
Will
on.
create the color that you want.
Yeah, I think any day that we push it back, it's just pushing another day, because I feel like it's gonna be coming down to the wire as it is. And any day we can avoid doing that would be, hopefully avoid that.
Cause I want these kids to play their first home game on this new field.
Yeah, I think it would be great, and I think in the end, I'll put my 2 cents in, I think in the end, no matter what the layout looks like and whatever this meeting transpires to land on, in the end this fall, we're all gonna be really excited about what the field looks like down here. But I do think it's important to consider the student voice in this matter, and, you know, they seem fairly unified on that. I think, but as Coach Rice said, you can argue either side of it. It's a board decision, and like I said, if I were asked to make a recommendation, you know, mine would be to do what the students are asking, but it's other factors at play beyond that.
So do we know, like, how long it'll take to make the end zones, to say Paris Greyhound or the logos or
That won't be any problem, like that'll be all going on while the dirt's being moved and all that, so the design's not gonna be an issue. You know,
Yeah,
so
that's what I was saying. The guy, the turf builder said it takes about 8 weeks for them to print out and get everything ready to roll.
Gotcha.
So if we,
So most of you all want the paw in the middle. Yes.
Well, I've sat and waited and thought about this and thought about it. And I personally think we ought to have the hustling hound. I think our alumni, cause that's always been, like, whether it's the hound over the entrance or the one where he's got a helmet on and got the ball under his arm. So if we go with the orange, I think the black end zones would look good with white lettering, cause that white will pop on that black. It'll look really good. I'm all for, I like the green, I'm not gonna lie. But at the end of the day, it's whatever you guys want. I know Ricky said he liked the green field, he couldn't be here tonight. But he said if the orange is what you wanted, he was like, so be it. But I do think that I put the Hustle and Hound in the center, cause if you have the paw, it makes me think of Clemson. So anyway, and then we can check with the architect to see if that orange fades. Is there will it fade after so many years?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think everything's gonna fade.
Yeah.
Probably get the same amount of sun.
Right. Any other discussion or comments? Well, we're gonna have to make a decision, guys, because Stephen has got to give them the go-ahead so we can get started on this as soon as possible. So I guess we'll go down and green or orange. Louis?
I would like to see the light green, dark green,
Okay.
traditional.
Bruce?
And let me preferences. This, we gotta think 10 to 15 years down the road. So just think about that, guys. 10 to 15 years down the road.
Like for me, I think traditional, but let the students decide the end zones and the logo.
Janice?
I'll do traditional with the students voicing their opinion and their input on the logo at the end zones and what goes in the middle.
Okay. Well, for you guys, I'm gonna go with orange, cause at the end of the day, orange, black, white, green, it don't matter. As long as we got that nice new field that's safe to play on. The only thing I would ask is that we put the Hustling Hound in the center of the field. And the black end zones with white lettering, whether we go with the green or we go with the orange. So,
Sounds good.
so do we agree to those concessions with the logo in the center of the field and black end zones with white lettering?
With the orange field or traditional field?
Well, either one. You could do it.
Right now, it's 3-2, green,
Right.
green, orange. Do you weigh in on this?
I don't vote. I weigh in.
I mean, he weighs in, it'd
But
be,
he can't.
it'd be 3-3, so.
So I think it's exciting to have the field go in. And I think it's more decision. There are things you gotta wait for that. So I'm glad these young men came and shared their input and their voice in the matter.
So how many's gonna be disappointed if we go with traditional? Or do you just want a good field to play on? Coach,
I'm good either way.
that's how I feel.
Either way, we make stuff work. That's what we've always done. So whatever we gotta do, just keep moving.
Okay.
Do you like the paw that's on your, the P in the middle of it, you like that?
But I'm not against the Hustling Hound.
Well, my thing is if you have the Hustling Hound like in the middle of the field, I'd like to see like this logo like maybe in the corner of the end zones or somewhere spread out around the field.
Well, that would be good to put, those Paris lettering is small compared to Greyhounds. We could do the paw with the P in it on each side of Paris in the end zone. Do it in black end zone, white lettering, orange paws.
Todd had a suggestion that whatever you put in the middle, you take on the 20-yard line and put the smaller, maybe like the Hustling Hound on the 20-yard lines.
So put paw print in the middle and then Hustling Hound on the 20.
He said that could be an option as well. But of course, it all comes come down to how much it's gonna cost.
Did they say anything about cost of,
I don't know if there's
of more logos or more?
it's minuscule in the scheme of things, the color and the logos. I don't think that's the issue. It's just the surface and the work underneath it.
But that was his suggestion, is put them like over the 20-yard line, like just above it. And that way you incorporate everything.
I think the orange field would look really good too. After looking at Ludlow's big bright red field, I was like, maybe it's just the woman in me. I'm thinking, man, that's really pretty. So, but we wanna make you all happy, you know, cause you're the ones that's gonna be down there playing on it. Right?
Yes, ma'am. I don't think that the black end zones with the green field would, look so well. I think the end zones would need to be orange
Orange.
if you're gonna go green field.
about that, you're probably right about that, cause we need to have a lot of orange out there, I think.
Would you like the layout of Graceland?
There's Oklahoma State.
I did, I thought it was kinda dark, I mean, I'm down on the field, I thought
There's
the end zone
you
was
know,
dark, I did
that's all
like
Texas.
the way it's set up.
Orange field.
This was Graceland. It's Graceland.
It's black and orange.
Yeah, I'd rather have orange and that's more versus.
Okay, so you want, if we go with the two colored green, you want the infield, or the end zones to be orange with the white lettering that says Paris Greyhounds, correct?
Or the black letter.
Or black.
Yeah, if it's orange, have the black lettering. Cause it'll,
Cause then you can do the white border all the way around it.
Yeah, so here's Oklahoma State with green and orange
Well-
end zones.
When I've done crafts in the past, white pops on darker colors. Just, I mean, that's just my opinion, when I've done crafts and things, the white looks good, it really pops. So,
And the whole thing is, whoever we get for the field is gonna do a rendering before they print this, or before they make it. So there's a chance to ask for both options.
Right.
so, talk about student input. If we put together a survey of what they would, like the logo and how they would want it set up, how long would it take, and how many of the students would vote? Cause I figured we'd have the middle and high school vote, cause elementary.
I think we just go with whatever you all decide, I mean,
You
you
could
got
do-
enough students here.
You could do a Microsoft Forms, QR code and have them take a picture of it and show them the different designs and click on it.
I think the big issue here is just going with the orange or green field, I think is what we really wanted to
No.
determine today, and I don't think there's a lot of difference of opinion on logos too much, I think it's really just leaning on that color, and that's what I think they were here to share their thoughts on that.
Coach Barr, you came in late, what do you think? Light green, dark green field, or orange?
I'm happy we're getting a new field. And what runs through my mind a little bit, when we built the gym, we could have added so many more things onto it. 2 locker rooms. There's no air conditioning there for a while, so when you lay this thing out, take into consideration, all right, what are the extras that we need to put in the field? Or once you get done, you say, hey, we wish we had done this, we wish we had done that. And I'm sure you have, and don't get me wrong, but, I know there's no preference to me. I was at Holmes High School the other night, Covington, they had black field and red, white trim, beautiful. And it doesn't matter to me, getting a new field, the most important thing. And, and we're probably gonna need a new scoreboard, I don't know if you thought about that, new goalpost.
We've thought about all that.
Yeah.
New scoreboard, new press box,
Yes, sir,
everything. 'Cause,
And a new entrance.
yeah, definitely.
so,
But I think a lot of people are excited that we're getting a new field and colors that we, back there getting.
I mean, if we compromise, we can do the green field with the orange, end zones.
I mean, and whatever color end zones. I mean, the Oklahoma State orange end zones look good.
Yeah, that was a good try to say. Do you kinda like that compromise, yay, nay?
I'll do whatever gets us the field.
Huh?
We're gonna have to for the field.
But what I have asked around from some of the people I'm gonna be playing with on the field, they're really excited for that orange field. Because it'll pop out, stand out from everyone else. Like, that will be Paris's field. So, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's the only thing I would probably echo was Coach Rice and I talked about earlier today about trying to be on the front end, the cutting edge, you know, he brought up the day after the Super Bowl, not having school and like, we want to draw the attention to it. We want people talking about us far and wide, and I think this is just another thing that says, you know, we're different. So, like I said, I'm not gonna lose sleep over if it's a green field or an orange field, but I think taking into consideration, student athletes' voices is something I would strongly consider, but like I said, I'm not opposed. We got another sixth grader walking in.
He was
Please
at
state your
track.
name, please state your name.
Wonderful Edsel.
What color field do you want?
Oh no.
Orange or green?
Orange?
Great.
Green?
Or a field.
Or field in general. You
Field
just want
in
field,
general.
right?
I know about that.
I agree.
Well,
I mean, going along with what we've been trying to do in the past 3 or 4 years to make Paris unique. Paris having an orange field would definitely be unique, and so.
And I think if you, just to echo that, I think you could trim out the interior with the green, so it has, you know, everything that's inside the track up to the field, or vice versa, you know, green, it can be orange, you're trying to trim out the field. To soften.
So they are gonna play soccer there, or we put lights up there?
We're gonna put lights up there, but this will be striped for, they could play here or practice in the spring.
Or we have regionals or anything like that?
Where's
It just so it could be out there, we couldn't get the width of the field for soccer here and still have a track,
Okay.
that's the.
Darian?
okay, so we're sure that you wanna go with the green. We sure you wanna go with the green?
Yeah. I'm leaning kinda toward the orange, just to be, so we would be different. Unique. That's what we're trying to be, is.
Unique, yeah.
I still say that we need to make sure we respect our community and, you know, there's other people in the community that said they would like to see the traditional green field.
Also to add on to that, I actually have family in Carlisle, so actually I've had friends from Carlisle hear about this plan about the orange field, and they had contacted me and had talked about coming back down here to see and watch us play on this orange field. And I actually had a friend contact me about baseball, so he could get enrolled into school and play on the orange field. So.
I mean, I just think it'd be different and it'd be unique for everybody, like, it'd bring attention to us as a school, not just as a team, but as a school. Maybe you get, I mean, Ludlow, it's a cool place down there, so, I mean, I think it'd be even cooler down here. I think it'd be unique and it'd be nice to have an orange field.
A lot of excitement.
Yes.
Put that out there, a lot of excitement. I know we've seen a boost in enrollment. Put an orange field down here. I don't care what logo you put on there. You're gonna bring kids from far and wide. I think football season starts the year off. I mean, when you start with that much excitement, everything else flows. I don't know, I think there's something about saying you're the only one, you know.
Yeah, I like the idea of being, I like the idea of being unique.
Like the Super Bowl, like when we had the, like when we got
of the Super Bowl. We were only Bristol. We went on CBS News. It made the small town big.
Yeah.
But that was only for a day. This can be, as it said, 10 to 15 years of making that small town big.
Mhm.
I have another question. For the questioning of the community, like, what was the ratio to green to orange field? Like, was it close or was it like a blowout?
The people I talked to about 40 people, and they were all like, no, I'd rather see green. And they were alumni here at the school for years, and they do pay taxes in this community, so. They say, yeah, it's a cool idea for a couple years, but after a couple years, it's gonna get old. So,
Is there,
that's my opinion.
Well,
is there somebody that's replacing their field sometime soon around here that's wanting to go to maroon field over the traditional green?
Is that what Bourbon's doing?
Say that again now, I couldn't hear you. What is it?
Is Bourbon,
They have to redo their turf field.
are they gonna go with a maroon field, or are they gonna go traditional?
I don't know.
But you gotta, if they do go with the maroon field, where is it? That's the question.
Where's it?
Where is their field? Unless you go to their field, you don't see their field. You come around the corner, you see our field. That was everybody's comment. They're like, we're gonna have to put up with that for a long time.
Driving by Orange Field?
Yeah.
Well, I think that actually draw attention and make people talk about it
Yeah,
and spread the word.
That was the sentiment, draw attention,
Which
not
is-
a good thing.
Which is a pretty good thing if you're trying to get popularity in school districts.
Well, I personally bleed orange. I don't care. I love orange. All of my wardrobe has basically, my husband's like, all you would do is wear orange. Well, it's okay. My chief said a little orange. But anyway, I personally want to do what the kids want. That's my opinion. Nothing against everybody that wants a green at all.
I'm not opposed to an orange field, and I personally want to do what's best for you all. And if that means you all sway my vote, I don't know. I don't take this lightly. I'm just not off.
Right.
I'm old school. I want to green field. I'm not. We've been back and forth discussing this for the last few weeks.
I
And
mean,
I want you all to feel like you do matter. You do. I may not know your name personally, but I care about you as if you were you can call me Nanny. You know what I'm saying? I care about you all. And I want what's best for you. And I want you all to stay at this school. I want you to have your friends and want to come to Paris. And again, it's not a decision I'm making lightly, so.
And that's with me, I'm not making this decision lightly. I'm thinking, yeah, orange field would be cool for a couple of years. And the people I talked to said the same thing, but the traditional field is what the people I talked to that are taxpayers in this community said they would rather see the green with the orange and black accents. So.
I feel like there's a way to implement like an orange field without making such a like an eyesore to see. Like not just everything be orange. If we're adding a track to it, what color would the track be? Black.
Mhm.
I mean, like you were saying, I feel like if the field is orange, end zones are black or whatever, all the turf around it, it's not gonna be orange. It's gonna be green. I mean, it's not gonna be such a terrible thing to see.
Yeah, that's what Mr. McCauley was talking about. After getting the field, then you could go with the green, and then the track will be black with white stripes, you know, for each lane.
I guess that's my thought process, making it look classy and not cheesy.
Evening the colors out to where,
Pardon me?
evening the colors out to where it won't be an eyesore to just see the field and it like hurt your eyes to see and be ugly, but all the black and white around it would show school colors and pride in our school.
So, this is gonna be, I understand what you all are asking for. I understand what the people I've talked to are, that funded this, are saying as well. So we've got an issue. So can we get a rendering and put it out there? Which one would you prefer? Cause we got a few days. We're approved to do this, right?
Yeah.
According to, the vendors I talked to, we can talk to them tomorrow. I mean, on Friday. How long, the same vendors we've been talking to, give us the drop dead date on when we have to have a color.
I can talk to the architect tomorrow and make sure it's not gonna affect the timeline, and then they can do a rendering and we can put a survey out, like we do for a school calendar or whatnot.
Or we put it out in the paper.
That'd be too long.
We met with 5 vendors. They all said the only difference between the orange and the green was the dye. All right. Now, you have a $700,000 facility right down here. It's got orange turf in it. I've not brought one person in that building that has not loved what they see in there. Not one. With that,
People that have been in there said, yeah, that's cool, but they wouldn't wanna see it. The same people that I talked to have been through there in tours. They said, yeah, that's cool in there, but all over the whole field, no.
well, there's always another field they can go sit at.
I think there's value in getting some more feedback if that's where we are.
I think it is, because I don't wanna make the wrong decision and then our community be like, man, y'all made a bad decision.
So if I can, I'll talk with the architect tomorrow and go ahead.
Ask them if they can do a 3D rendering of what it would look like driving around Delta Baggard, down that, and up that, and see what it looks like. Because if you really think about it, most of the time, if you're on Delta Baggard, the black signage is up, and you can't see that much.
Right.
And then when you're at the top of the hill, like, I was sitting there thinking, like, at night, coming down the hill with the lights popping, and you see either orange or green field, coming down that hill is gonna be, with the Friday night lights, is gonna be spectacular. Also,
I can first find out if we've got time, and second, I can get the renderings to whatever degree they can. And then, are we thinking like basically a 2-option survey, here's an orange field, here's a green field? And
yeah, the logos will take care of
some
themselves.
logos we can figure out down the road, but,
So you're talking like, what, a couple days?
well, I think they're supposed to try to have rendering tonight, it could get tonight, so I think by tomorrow, and then I can create a survey and we can.
Create that survey, I'll tell you
And
what,
we go through.
create the survey,
Monday or Tuesday.
and if the majority wants an orange field, then you will sway my vote. That's how I feel. I want majority feel like, you know, you get that out there, and don't wait till November. If you get it to me by Friday, get me results Friday, then I'll sway my vote.
Sure. We gotta get moving on this, we can't.
Yes,
Delay
because
it.
the longer we delay it, then you're not gonna play the first home
Right.
game on the new field.
I'll get with them and see if we can.
Does that sound fair enough to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Feel like people
Good
are-
idea.
Signs out in their yard, vote for option B, vote for option A.
I worry about, I know what is gonna make this place stand out. No matter what we do down there, it's gonna be a step in the right direction. I think we have a chance to, one, do something that nobody else is doing, and two, really, propel this program in the school to the next level. I really do. I wanna make sure everybody has a fair shake at this, like if, when we're interviewing certain taxpayers and certain alumni, what alumni is that? Is it alumni over the hill? Are we interviewing those people? Cause I know what they're coming to me saying, man, I seen this rendering, I seen this put out on Facebook, they love the idea. So I wanna make sure that everybody is getting a fair vote in, what they want. Now we're talking time, we're we're spending a whole lot of time on this. So, you know, whatever we gotta do, wherever this is gonna go, you know, I think it has to be pretty quick. Because like I said, they're gonna be alumni at one point, they're gonna be taxpayers at some point, and we're gonna be long gone, so. That's my only issue.
Has anybody talked to
fair.
anybody that lives around here, how they would feel about it? Yes, sir.
My mama lives right over that hill in Rucker, and she's took me over the field, and I told her about the idea, and she loved it. Like, I'm talking adored it.
So let's survey these people right here. It's probably easy to do.
Sure.
That live around here.
How would they feel about an Orangeville? I guess I want a decision by Friday. How's that sound to you?
One time, if somebody had surveyed me, I personally probably like the Greenfield better, just from a traditional kind of standpoint. But the one thing I think you gotta look at it, is this a branding issue? So what do you want Paris's school, the reason Boise State made their field blue is a branding issue. They want to stick out to recruits and say, look, come here, this is different, we wanna get on TV. I mean, so you got a traditionalist view versus a branding on how you want the public and young people to see you. That's really the issue.
I agree with you, but there's either a negative or I love this field, or it's a really negative toward it, so.
That's gonna be the case in anything we do.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if you read last week's paper, there's one dude that sent a letter to the editor saying we were silly for being out
Being off on that Monday.
after the Super Bowl. And it's just like, everybody else thought it was cool, and what's the difference between the day after the Super Bowl and President's Day? Nothing. So, I mean, I guess,
We're not gonna please everybody.
nope.
So, as long as we're trying to do right by them, that's all that matters to me. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, obviously. So, as long as we make them happy, then.
I mean, I'm quite sure that the Paris Bourbon County Chamber of Commerce would not think anything bad about everybody wanting to come here to see the big orange field. So,
That's true.
I mean, and plus, I mean, if you think about it too, like, and just outside of football, I mean, people may wanna play, you know, elementary school football and soccer tournaments down here just because it's orange and it's different. And, you know, we can use that to promote Paris even more.
But we can't play a soccer tournament down here. Right.
No, I said elementary and middle school.
Oh,
Elementary and middle school, we could set it up and they could be playing, you know, 2 or 3 games at a time. And just, you know, as small as we are, there's no way we're gonna have 365 events on it a year. So, like you said, it's gonna last a lot longer, and that might just make us unique that much longer, so.
Well, it's kinda like, I wanna be known, just like Coach Ransom, he wears those fantastic shoes. And he's been all over the news, people love that, he stands out, you know, and that's kinda how I feel about football, I want us to stand out. You know, the news station, man, have you seen this orange field down here that the Greyhounds have put out here? Man, this is awesome. So, and then what he did with the Super Bowl, that put us all over the map.
The Today Show.
The Today Show, yeah, the news, Kelly Ripa,
Like a come watch, come see.
yeah. So, okay, you send out a survey, do it on Facebook, 2 fields, 2 renderings, and then hopefully by Friday, you'll have a pretty good idea.
So can we go ahead and approve for the field, just not quite the color yet?
Let me talk to the architect. If worst case, we have to have another special call meeting to do it.
I'll be here Friday, I can do Friday.
Well,
I mean,
We're at 30.
but,
No,
Let me
we
just
can't be
make
here
sure.
Friday.
Huh?
We can't be here Friday.
no, but
We'll be in the school board.
Well, I'll be here.
but
That's all you need.
But when you say approve the scope of design, I mean, in the spec, it doesn't say anything specific on what the color is yet.
Right, and I think you all already authorized me to approve that.
Yeah.
Right.
We're rolling with that. The question now is just comes down to the color, and like I said, I'll talk about it, as long as there's not a delay in the process, then, anticipate there will be, then I can get that out, and, first of next week, we have some more data from stakeholders.
Sounds good.
Taekwon, how do you feel about that? I'll be honest with you.
Honestly, no matter what you do down there, it's gonna be better than what we got. I
Amen.
just think that if we're gonna, spend this money, then do it, and make it one and only. That's where I'm at with it. I love the thought of it. I love the rendering that we already posted. I know that what the kids have asked me, but I know that I'm kinda in line with them. They want a field that they can be proud of. So if you go green, if you go orange, I'm just telling you, you wanna set the bar really high, and you wanna close some doors around the surrounding counties and come to Paris. We don't need to talk about a field, we need to talk about parking, where you're gonna find parking for all these people that wanna be down here. So, that's where I'm at with it.
I hope we have part of that taken care of. So just a couple days as for a final decision on the
Sure.
colors, all we're asking. Is that good for you all?
I'm good with whatever you all choose.
And we're not saying, okay, it's gonna be green, it's gonna be orange. Just give us a couple of days. And I appreciate you all being here
Mhm.
and voicing your opinion.
Might be Monday.
Huh?
Might be Monday.
How about yesterday?
Maybe just make sure they can get it to us.
Yeah.
But again, it's not delaying the timeline
Yeah,
on,
that's, as long
on
as it's
Yeah,
not
we
within
don't
the
need to
timeline,
delay,
then we.
no.
Yeah.
And you all could get feedback on the logos and everything of what you want where.
Ask your families, your parents.
Let us know, tell everybody to bombard my phone, I'm not gonna give the number out to him, but tell them to bombard the,
Just use the survey.
Yeah.
Surveys are.
Yeah.
bombard that survey, make all your friends,
Vote early, vote often.
yeah. I'm telling you, and don't let them take it lightly, like, another survey. This is about you all, this is about you all
Mhm.
showing democracy that your voice matters, okay?
So with the
And I'm telling
survey,
you, if you get the vast majority, then you will sway my vote.
you're gonna put it on, like, where are you gonna post it, Facebook?
We'll put it on, we put it on social media, probably send an email out to all parents and families,
I think it's a good idea.
and I'll see if any other, chamber groups and stuff like that will share it
So
out.
that way you can get it for a Google form.
Yeah, get it for
kids
like-
in school.
yeah,
can
Do
go
it,
to.
oh, yeah, it'd be, you'll have access to it.
Where are you posting it? I'm
Google-
old, so I follow Facebook, I don't follow
On Google
anything else.
Forms,
Huh?
Google Forms, so the student body can do it.
Gotcha.
It'll be just, drop down probably for student, parents, stakeholder, or community, or whatever, we'll have 3 or 4 options so we can sort the data.
I think it's really important that that this is a positive interaction and it doesn't turn negative, because sometimes with social media things that you want to turn positive, turn into a negative interaction. I think that's really important.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people, this will be the first news of them hearing that we're putting in a turf field. I mean, that'll be,
Let's see, how else could you do it to get a student survey quickly?
I think we can take care of it. I just think if we're putting it out, like he's saying, if we put it on social media, we'll need to put it in a way that says, this is exciting, we want your input.
Yep.
But A or B, and
Sound fair enough to you, Taekwon?
Yes, ma'am. I told you, I'm in good shape no matter what we do. I
And again, I
promise you.
appreciate you bringing these kids in here to let them know that their voice matters.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
care.
Thank you.
Okay?
Your voices matter.
And again, this
Yes,
whole water,
ma'am.
if you sway my vote, then you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You're good.
Make the kids respond to what they want.
Hopefully be able to get back first of the week.
yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
And again, it's not delaying them actually getting the turf field, it's just delaying just a few days, one day, okay, good.
Details, just details.
Okay,
Anybody go to the
Sound
game
fair?
last night?
Uh,
Did I go to the game last night?
I did,
A gym special, ain't
it's special,
it? Ain't a gym in Kentucky like it?
Fairfield,
Yeah, I thought that
When I
was
went out.
special.
It pays to be unique sometimes.
he does.
Thank you all.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
Good to see ya.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
I think Susan was calling me.
Is that, oh, y'all gonna cut that out?
That's tough,
Huh?
that's tough.
Yeah, it is.
I don't like I tell my grandkids no. And I don't ever tell them no unless it's not, no, you can't.
I think in the end, whatever happens, people are gonna be really excited this fall.
No, it's hate.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
you mean, you talk about like how hard this decision is? When I was working at Lynn Imaging, we had worked 9 months on the new design for grade crossing. New superintendent came in, new board came in, trashed everything
Oh, wow.
and started over. And I mean, literally was like, it's probably $300,000 in architect's fees that
Down there.
down the drain and started over. And I'm just like, I would puke.
But here's the other thing is, we're not gonna be here in 5 to 10 years on this board. Some of us aren't, right?
I still got 13.
Well, I'm just saying, some of us aren't gonna be here 5 to 10 more years on this board. Some of us gonna leave early. Some of us might be here for 20 years. But the fact is we are beholden to the taxpayers and we're beholden to the students. So we're walking that fine line. That's all I'm gonna say.
And a lot of times too, in the decisions that we make here, a lot of times the students don't have a voice in it. It's, what we have to do is always black or white. It's nothing. I mean, it's like, it's finance, it's what kind of curriculum we're gonna do. It's nothing super cool and fun. And having a new field and the kids feel like they have some type of voice, you know, that can hurt and stuff. And putting out the survey even for the stakeholders in the community, I think they'll feel like we're giving them a shot at making a decision about certain things, so. Let's move on.
Moving along. Item 3, the consent agenda. You had an opportunity to look those over. Is there any discussion about any of those?
On the stamping one, was there a PDF or anything with that, or was it just?
Should've been, you know?
I couldn't remember.
It you approved this 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Last week, I had a typo and just be by the book, I changed the typo and this is reapproving.
Oh, okay,
What
that's
number
fine.
it is. It's not a huge deal, but we had the meeting and it was a great time to go ahead and
Okay,
clean it up.
alright, that's fine.
So-
Do you know when they're going to, make the connection to the school?
Yeah, I'd
Preschool?
say, I'd say around spring break, they're gonna try to work around not drilling and demoing that entrance during spring break, so that should be the timeline for that.
So when nobody's there, they can
Yeah.
be
That
back.
week, that's the goal. As far as I know, everything's still on track there too.
All the neighbors happy?
So far, I haven't heard anything. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Do I hear a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion, Bruce?
Do I hear a second? By Janice, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Moving along now to new business. Consider a motion to approve scope design for Blanton Collier Stadium remodel, which
Table on that.
we're gonna table that till we get the survey out. B, consider a motion to approve corporate sponsorship plan.
Yeah, and I put that in the folder, I don't know if you guys had a chance to look at that, but this is what we're planning to roll out in the next, well, once this final design is there, my goal is to roll that plan out. We'll clean it up more, this is more just the information in there, but some different tiers of sponsorship for, corporations to do for signage and branding and things of that nature. So I think it's a comprehensive plan, and we're gonna roll it out in conjunction with the, field logo bid as well. So that's in the packet as well. There's a grant helped me create that, request for proposal for the field logo bid. So I think it's a good plan. I think we're gonna, I've talked to some potential bidders on that, and I feel good that we're gonna get.
Is this something along the same lines like Scott County and other places do?
Yeah, so one piece of this is a request for proposal, which is we're offering exclusive rights to a logo on the field for a corporation. So whatever business is the bidder, the one that you all accept, doesn't have to be the highest bidder, the one that you all want to accept would be that one, and they would have that logo on there for the life of the field, approximately 10 years. And that's one. And then the corporate sponsorship plan is tiers of sponsorship that gets you, this top tier gets what's spelled out on there. There's a commercial that will run on a, hopefully, video scoreboard, that type of thing, that would be part of that. There'll be different mentions during events, there'll be signage at different events, things of that nature, some passes. It's all spelled out in there. And then there's a second tier and a third tier, and all of 7 or 8 tiers.
So if they put a logo, it's not gonna change the name of the field?
No, there's nothing in there about name change, it's just a logo on the field.
Sponsored by?
Yeah, but it'll just be really, depending on, I don't wanna say a name of the company, but XYZ Widget Company.
Yes.
At the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
Will be prominently displayed, and it might even be, once we get the renderings, then that's what I was waiting on those two, we can drop a logo there, we can put them at the end, outside the end zone, but in the end of the end, like, it'll just be, one company gets exclusive rights to that.
Is this
sign.
part of the NIL?
Not really NIL, it's just it's a request for a marketing option.
So we can do that now, right?
We have done NIL, but that's more of us, a private donor, securing athletes to come and be present at some of our events. This is corporation potentially giving the district money to have signage in certain prominent locations.
Oh, I thought the NIL, we could also do the field with too. Cause they were talking about that at work. Franklin County had done that with their video scoreboard.
NIL, like the name image?
Like, how students, from my understanding, from what it is the students, you can't pick a particular student and give them money, but you can pick the school and give them money for, like, the video scoreboard, or putting, your logo on the video scoreboard and things like that.
Well, no, that's part of it, so the corporate sponsorship, so the person, there are two pieces of it, the one that is the high bidder, or the winning bidder of the logo on the field would also get everything that's on the highest tier of corporate sponsorship. So if you look at I can pull it up for you if you want.
So if they win, they get all the tiers?
Yeah, and the top tier is everything. And like I said, it's anything, it's company name and logo prominently displayed, brand exposure, 20 passes, business promotion opportunities, like this. The headline, the Greyhound Elite sponsor would be, you come to opening day with our staff and you can welcome the staff, like they would be the sponsor for the year. Priority parking passes, monthly social media posts, sponsor appreciation plaque and jersey, so we make a plaque and jersey of a team and present it to them, nice framed on Main and hang in their facility. 60-second commercial that we would design promoting their business and the partnership we have. Regular rotation on district marquee signs, so we've stayed away from using the marquee signs for people call and say, hey, can I put my yard sale on there or whatever, you can't do that, but this Greyhound Elite sponsor, if you did that, it would be part of that rotation, on the marquee signs as a partner with us, so not just, it would just be a partner. Logo on select clothing merchandise, sponsorship announcement during prominent breaks, so each quarter, such and such company, thanks for being our corporate elite sponsor, halftime, it would just get that constant thing. Display a 15-second video, created jointly between there, so they get time at the quarters on the video screen, hopefully, that we have going. Large signage at the stadium entry points, so large sign going in, large sign at the gym, large sign at 8th Street Complex. Full page ad in the yearbook and programs, company name and logo on official social media posts, a 3x10 sign in the gym and athletic complex, and then sponsorship recognition on Paris City Schools website. And then each tier below that top one takes a few things of those away. It's a little less.
hear a motion to approve the corporate sponsorship plan?
Motion, Bruce?
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Louis, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. C, consider motion to authorize the superintendent to approve the following documents related to the Paris High School, middle school renovations. Bid documents BG one, BG two, BG three, schematic, design, and construction documents.
This is part of that wish list, so the wish list that has the field and the lights and all that stuff will be one BG one, then we'll have to do one for the high school, if we're talking about painting classrooms, creating floors and whatnot, that would be high and then elementary. So this allows me to create those BG ones.
So I hear a motion to approve this. Janice?
Second.
Second by Bruce, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. D, consider motion to authorize the superintendent to approve the following documents related to the Paris Elementary School renovations. Bid documents, BG one, BG two, BG three, systematic design and construction documents.
Motion, Bruce?
Motion by Bruce. Second by Janice. All in favor say aye. Thank you. E, inform board of preschool childcare plan for the 24-25 school year.
So this is pretty exciting, but it's also a transition, so we've got the new building that's opening this fall. We're also, the preschool partnership grant that we've had for 3.5 years with the YMCA is running up, so, we're grateful for what we've been able to do with them and provide that opportunity for full day childcare with kids spending half a day at preschool and half a day at the Y. Now we're going to be able to offer that in-house. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our childcare license that will allow us to, in the new preschool center, 20 kids will be in a preschool classroom, and then in the afternoon they'll have an opportunity to go to the childcare center inside the same building, walk across the hallway, if you will. And then same thing, if you're in the childcare in the morning, you can go there. The other piece of this that's good too for the district is that this also opens the door for us to provide that K through 5. So one of the things we get all the time is, I really want my kid to go to Paris, but we don't have after school care, and I don't get off work to 5 and things of that nature. So this will allow us to open that door for after school care in the entire building. So I'm excited about what that will help generate for the district. It should be more than sustainable.
Plus, we'll be able to do the, childcare assistance.
Yes. So that'll be the other thing is.
Where are you gonna hold it?
It will be, the preschool part will be
We
the.
got 4 classrooms, preschool classroom.
Yeah, so let's say we have 80 kids, just hypothetically, we got 90 right now, let's say we have 80, because it unfortunately won't be as sweet of a deal as we had with the Y because we don't have the grant to support it, so we'll be charging a little bit more for the families that do pay, but then we'll also have childcare assistance. So if we have 80 kids, in the morning, 40 of them will be into 20 and 20 in classroom and 20 and 20 in childcare. In the afternoon, they'll flip. Now, if we have 75 and we may only have 20 in childcare. Like right now, we have 90 in preschool and we have 40 at the Y. So even though we've got that great deal, only 40 do it because the other half goes back home as a parent or a grandparent or
Something else.
something else. And it's we don't think it's going to be a full. We're not going to go 90 and 90, but we think the fact that it'll be in the new facility, we won't have any busing. We won't have to get them down to the Y, get them back from the Y. Logistically, it'll be nice. It'll be kind of a one-stop shop, and then like I said, it opens up for after-school care in the elementary school, which because we're getting not only are we getting the preschool classrooms out of the building, we're getting the cafeteria out of Southside, which will open up that entire space, which can either be downtown or we've kind of come up with a couple names of what this might be. So I think it's a great opportunity. Just back pocket, I've talked with the Y, and they're working collectively with the legislature to try to fund what we have going as like a line item in the budget. And if they do that and come back and give us $500,000 to continue what we've done, we would pivot back to that because we were already seeing the positive data from that, so we would love to continue that, we just don't have the funding to do it, so if that comes about, it'll be something that I don't think will be a big issue, it'll be good for our parents, because it'll be cheaper than what they're even offering here, but, we have to plan on that not being there, so that's what we're doing right now.
So, you say, Jada, have we noticed that the kids that started with preschool and the Y,
The data is amazing. The data is amazing. The kindergarten class this year, the kids that are, I don't have an exact number, but the kids that were in the Y last year did the full day with our teachers at the Y and our teachers in preschool. It's like maybe 80% kindergarten ready, and we previously were in 30% kindergarten ready. So the Y is working dream, the Y is working hard to tell our legislators, hey, we've got this little pilot here that we fund this a couple more years, we track this kindergarten and the other groups, and we can say, look at the improvement, we got, 80% of third graders reading on grade level versus what across the state is below 50%, and we could be the model, so holding out hope that might still happen, but we can't wait on it, so we're planning this, and this will still be the same thing, it'll just be in-house.
So if that doesn't happen, how long of a day do you anticipate staying open? 6, what would be, like the end of the day, how long would the parents have to?
Oh, so we're planning on 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. So you could have 11 hours of childcare, up to 11 hours of childcare, just about what they're getting right now. Some of them start at 6, but everything's 6:30, 5:30. So we'll have more details about that soon, but I just wanted you guys to be aware, because it is a pivot in what we're doing. We have a great partnership with the Y, and we'll continue to partner with them, but it was a grant that kind of like the COVID money, it's gone, we gotta adapt to the new world.
I mean, if you put data out there like that,
It's crazy good.
yeah, I mean, it would really change. I mean, it would be another unique thing if, it may not be the Y, but these are the numbers that we've tracked for the last 3 years.
It'll be part of the rollout of our communication with this, so we've still got, we're still offering full day care. Like I said, it just won't be as discounted for paying families. So we just, everything's the same.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll have to get that data, because that kindergarten rate is, I'll let Mabel come and present it.
More questions?
No?
Do I hear a motion to adjourn? Second by Bruce. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.